Hi everyone, Crystal here with Thoraz Readings by Crystal. That's me. I wanted to come to you today because I'm really excited about this week. It's going to be a big week. We have the full moon in Leo on Thursday. Thursday is the 28th. I didn't even check. And the 30th, we're going to have the Mercury in retrograde. So I'll be speaking more about Mercury in retrograde later this week, but give the guy a chance. It's something that happens every 3 months for 3 weeks, and I think he gets a really bad reputation. Actually, Mercury in retrograde can be very healing and be very good as well. But today I want to focus on the full moon in Leo. If you're following my Facebook page, Thoraz Readings by Crystal, you know that I do rune readings and Russian gypsy card readings. And when's the best time to get a reading? New moon and full moon. So I'm going to be very busy this week, but I did want to get on here and tell you about a rune package that I'm doing. So if you're not familiar with the runes, they are the ancient Viking alphabet. There's lots of them. There's 25 of them, including Weird, which is the, of course those are backwards, but Weird, which is the blank rune. Okay, so I have a special if you're in my group by the same name on Facebook, Thoraz Readings by Crystal, a gathering. So when you Google or do the search in Facebook, Thoraz Readings by Crystal, there's one that's a gathering and one that's a page. So make sure that you're in the group because I always put in specials as well as normally on Sundays I do something fun. Like a couple Sundays ago I did the Salt Bowl seminar, which I also did a video here on YouTube. So if you didn't see that, check it and make sure that you're following and subscribing below too. So I had to do a little plug there. Okay, so Leo, what does it mean, the moon in Leo? Well, if we think about Leos, you must know a Leo in your life. They are the lions. They are big and cuddly and cute, but they're courageous, but they're also a little bit sensitive. Lions are the king of the jungle, but they also want the appreciation and the admiration. So when you don't give it to them, they get really hurt. They have a big ego, that's a bad thing. So Leos, don't attack me. I love Leos. I'm a Sagittarius. I am a fire sign. I get along really well with Leos. But they're a fire sign too, so they have this inner fire, this determination. They're actually very fun to be around. They're a very fun sign, much like Sagittarius, I must say. So the full moon in Leo is going to be, we normally feel really good in it. We are feeling courageous. We're feeling strong. We may find that people are more drawn to us because we do have that Leo energy. That Leo energy is going around. You want the admiration of other people. So remember that you may also be more sensitive if somebody's not giving you the attention that you're craving. So remember that there's also two sides to everything, okay? So what I'm gonna do today is I wanted to let you know that I've got 2 rune readings. One is the full moon in Leo rune reading. They're both readings are 6 runes each. The one in Leo is specifically the questions address this moon cycle, the full moon in Leo. Okay, so you can see those on my page or in the group. You'll be able to see that. And then I have a normal full moon rune reading, that's what I'm going to do today for you. I'm actually going to lay out my runes, my beautiful babies. I'm going to lay these out for you and you can see what it's a full moon rune reading. I know it says tarot on the layout on the page, but I read tarot for myself, but publicly I read the runes and the Russian gypsy cards. Now the Russian gypsy cards, I'll also have those available for the full moon, and I also have some packages for those. The Russian gypsy cards are much more in depth, and they're also my most popular. They are their own type of oracle. They are not tarot. They have 25 cards and we use all 25 of them, and it's kind of like, if you've seen them, you probably can go to my page and look at them if you haven't seen them. It's like at the game of memory. You want to kind of you read the cards, the photos that come together, and there are some little rules there, but I want to focus on the rune readings today. So here I'm going to be doing the full moon, the normal full moon that you can use on any full moon. It's kind of a generic reading for the full moon, but it's very good for each month as well. So as a special for you guys who join my group, because it's only for the group members, I will be having a package. If you buy both full moon readings, you're going to get a free mini rune reading. So that's really exciting. Now these rune readings, they each have 6 and the price is $50 each. So if you get the package for the 100, you're gonna get the free rune reading, and you don't have to get them all on the same day. I do like to break them up. Now with that in mind, remember a full moon has its own energy. It's not all on just the day the full moon is full. It is also 3 days before the full moon. So starting on the 24th, 25th, those 3 days, the day of the full moon, and then of course, 3 days after. So you have an entire 7-day week of full moon energy. Now, of course, on the full moon, it's the strongest. Full moon, right here, full moon. So the 3 days before, it's escalating up, and then it's escalating down, okay? But you can use the entire week for full moon rituals or to really focus on what this moon is all about. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna get our rune started, our rune reading started, okay? Ready? Okay, so for time's sake, I went ahead and laid out the runes so you weren't bored with me choosing the runes. So this is how the layout looks. There's 3 across the top and 3 across the bottom, okay? Now, the full moon spread, it says a tarot spread. I feel like these guys need to be a little closer. The full moon spread has 3 across the top, 3 across the bottom, 6 runes in total. The full moon in Leo spread will be put in a circle, so we would be going clockwise. So it's a different type of rune reading, okay? This one is for a general full moon, so we can use this on any full moon. Now these are going to be available all this week because remember the full moon energy has already begun. You may have already been feeling it. Now if you've been feeling it, put some comments below or go visit my Facebook page or my Instagram page by the same name, Untitled Readings by Crystal, and you can check there for the full moon posts and tell me how this full moon is affecting you. And I have to apologize ahead of time for the traffic outside. I live in Mexico City on top of a highway, so we have that city ambiance going on. Normally I would have the computer with background music, but my daughter's doing school, so I don't want to interrupt that because, you know, I'm just proud she's doing that on a Sunday. So we're going to start on the top row on the left side to the right side. And the first rune represents, what have I created and manifested since the new moon? Now the new moon was 2 weeks ago. Every month we have a new moon or the dark moon where we don't see the moon. And then we have the full moon when she is just in all of her glory, and that's when we normally feel her the most. But new moons can be very strong too. Don't forget to give them some very important kudos as well. So what have I created and manifested since the new moon? The first rune is Uruz, U-R-U-Z. It is the rune of the ox. So if you think about back in the Viking days, because this is the Viking alphabet, the Vikings would find new lands. A lot of times these lands were barren. They were dry, they were barren, they were hard. So they would bring in ox to plow through the hard ground to make it fertile. They would add minerals and manure and water and of course seeds to make this new barren land a fertile land where they could actually have new villages. So if you think about Uruz as the ox, it is health and strength, healthy as an ox, strong as an ox. This is where that came from. So what have I created? Now this is a general one. I'm not doing this for a specific person. This is for this video for all of you out there. So I really want to know how this resonates with you. What have I created, manifested since the new moon? Strength. There has been a change in the collective consciousness over the last few weeks. I think everyone's kind of felt it, especially in the United States. The Ox doesn't just mean physical strength. So although you may have found some physical strength, a lot of this is mental and emotional. It's more of a stability. If you had hard times over the holidays, you may be recuperating for that. So you're manifesting a stronger base, a stronger mentality, more determination. Okay, now the second rune's in the middle on the top, and it is, where am I now? This is a nice rune. This is the rune Manaz, M-A-N-N-A-Z. Manaz is cute. He looks like two little people, definitely not social distancing. It is a social rune. He is upright. Manaz is the rune of your social support, the people you choose in your life. This is not family, although in family you did choose. So this would be your friends, your coworkers, your neighbors, your again, you're in family. It can be your partner because you did choose them. They're not blood family. And so where are you now? This is the support from those people. Some people did a lot of cleansing of Facebook or even got rid of Facebook this year, this month, this New Year's resolution that I'm not going to have toxic relationships. I'm not going to have people who don't support me. Manaz are the people that support you, especially when you're going through a transition. So if you're going from one stage of life to another, or even the stage of last year to this year, these are the people that support you. They don't judge you. If you think about a tightrope going from one stage to the other, each one is a platform, and you have to go across this tightrope to get to the other side. These are the people that are your safety net underneath. They're cheering you on. They're not judging the way you're walking. They're not the ones going, oh my God, she stuck the left foot before the right foot. Oh my God, she's so gonna fail. No, these are the people that are like, you got this, yeah. And if and when you do fall on your face in the middle of it, they're the ones that pick you up and go, oh my God, you got halfway across. You're amazing, go up there. You definitely got it this time. That was practice, you got this. Okay, so where are you now? You are being supported by the people around you. So whether this speaks to you because you are in a difficult stage change, in a difficult situation, but it's saying that you have really good people around you. Okay, 3 on the right hand side of the upper part. What is coming into my conscious awareness? This is the rune Thoraz. Thoraz looks a lot like the half of Manaz, the rune before it, but it has a little extra stick at the top. Okay, so this isn't to be confused with another rune called Wunyo. This is Thoraz. This is Thor's hammer. It is upright. What I find really interesting is the top ones were upright and the bottom ones are reversed. It's almost like that middle line of crystals is a mirror. Okay, Thoraz is the rune of unexpected change. Some people like to embrace change, some people don't. Most people don't want unexpected change. What is coming into my conscious awareness? There may be a situation you weren't expecting. All of a sudden you're realizing like, oh my God, what is this? Why is this happening to me? Thoraz, Thor's hammer, if you think about Thor, the superhero, he has this hammer for protection. It gathers the strength and the power of the lightning, the thunder, of storms. And it uses it to protect the people that Thor is protecting as well as protecting himself, okay? So this is you, it's upright, so it's less chaotic. If it was upside down, it's way more chaotic, and I don't even want to talk about that. But this is an unexpected change. Even good unexpected change can knock you off kilter. Like maybe you decide, oh my God, you know what, I'm going to go back to school. Or I won the lottery. You know, even if you win the lottery, it's like, how do I get the money? I got to fill out the paperwork. How do I do the taxes on it? How am I going to invest it? Is somebody going to take it away from me? So there's a lot of really scary stuff, even with good stuff. Not scary, but unexpected and chaos. There's a little bit of chaos. Now, this is chaotic only because it's unexpected, okay? So this is a change that you may be realizing like, oh, wow, look, there's a big change going on. Sometimes it's through the collective consciousness, and sometimes this is a personal change. So only you really know how that's affecting you. But especially around the new year, it's kind of like, okay, what am I going to do to get my life back in order? You know, you normally want to try to upgrade, up level, advance forward, evolve. Okay, now on the second line, the fourth rune is on the left side of the lower, right here. This is for what is no longer serving me. Now, this is the rune Ansu's, and I kind of laughed that it came up because Ansu's is the rune of communication. It's reversed. Now, a rune reversed does not mean no communication. It can mean the lack of or more complicated communication, more blocks to it. Ansu's, because it's communication, when it's upside down, it can represent you pulling back. What is no longer serving you? Maybe your lack of communication is pulling you back. Maybe you've been in kind of your hibernating cave for a while and you're just like, you haven't really wanted to talk to many people. So now it's time for you to reach out to people. Now it's time for you to speak your truth more clearly. Maybe you've been holding in things that you haven't wanted to discuss. There are ways of communicating things that upset you in a productive way, but this is no longer serving you, holding this in. It is time to speak your truth. It is time to communicate to those people that need to know it. Put yourself out there. The fifth rune, how can I release and let go of these energies? This is a partnership. This is Awaz. Awaz is also reversed, EHWAZ. This is the rune of partnership either through marriage or through a business partnership. When it's reversed, it represents a conflict or a splitting of the partnership. There's some type of a difficulty in it. So how can I release and let go of these energies? Many times we are blind to the fact that there's problems in this situation. There's problems with this business relationship. There's problems with this marriage or romantic relationship. So this is the time to admit there are some difficulties, there are some conflicts, and again, speak your truth. Because communication is what binds us and clears the table. If you are holding in how you truly feel, then that is not serving anybody because it's festering inside of you and the other person is probably feeling that energy that you're holding back or are not happy. Okay? Now, the sixth rune is what additional resources are available to me as I release and let go. Now, Algae is here. I love him because he looks like a bird's foot, right? He looks like a little bird's foot. He is also reversed. ALGIZ. Algae is the rune of protection. Right side up, he is carved into warrior shields and babies' cribs for protection. Because back in the old days, the babies were in castles and villages, and they didn't have, a solid concrete house with a locked door around them. Even the castle had open windows that normally just had carpets hanging. They didn't even have windows. There were just holes in the wall with carpets hanging over. Even though they may have been luxurious carpets, that's why they had Irish wolfhounds back then, because the wolves would come in and eat the babies. So we don't want baby eaters. So we would carve that into our babies' cribs or warrior shields. Remember, this is reversed. So reversed does not, again, mean the opposite, that you are not protected. On the contrary, it means you do not feel protected. We are always protected, okay? So when it's upside down, it means you're feeling vulnerable. So many people think that vulnerability is a weakness, and it's just not true. Many of us build walls up around ourselves, and we keep people out. We don't communicate. We cause conflict. So what additional resources are available to you to release and let go? It is to bring those walls down and feel vulnerable. You may not have been communicating with your partner because you didn't want to show them you were weak. You didn't want to show them that you weren't handling the situation well. It's okay to say, I'm not happy with this. It's okay to say, I don't feel good about this. I'm not okay with this. In fact, it shows a great amount of strength to be able to pull down that wall and to be vulnerable. So there is actually strength in vulnerability. Okay, let me know how that resonates with you as well. Now, there's also a crystal grid around this reading. Now, this, if you followed last week, I did crystal bowls. This obviously isn't a bowl. It used to be a candle. I just really liked the little thing in it. It was already here as a candle, and I wanted to kind of give it new life. So this is pink Himalaya salt. We have some clove pieces in there. We have the frankincense, raw frankincense, a crystal. Again, here's Thoraz, some cinnamon, canela in Spanish. Sometimes I forget what's what. And then we have our feather. Okay. We have our crystals. We have the angel aura crystal. These are also Himalaya salt pillars. And then we have the crystal grid within the reading. This here is the grid of saved by the bell. This session of Thoraz readings by Crystal YouTube has been interrupted by a call from security. Tell you what it's about, but it's highly confidential and you don't have security clearance. Anyway, sorry about that. You can never know when something's gonna just jump right into your video. So, as I was saying, this little mini, I love my little mini pyramids. This little mini pyramid is a black obsidian. It absorbs negativity, transmutes it to positivity, and then sends it back out. So this is a very good stone to carry with you for protection, so you can feel more protected. The second one, this one here, the pink quartz is, rose quartz. This is for love and also for self-love. This is very important in this day that people stop worrying about being selfish. You need to be selfish. It's okay to be selfish. Not at the expense of other people, but you have to put yourself first. You cannot, mothers, single, especially I'm talking to, take care of your kids if you do not put yourself first. And I mean that. I'm coming after you if you don't take care of yourself. This here is green aventurine. It's for healing as well as self-healing. It's for the heart chakra. Then we have this stone here that is for the third chakra, the solar plexus. This is a very good one for this Leo moon because the solar plexus is where your gut reaction is. Right there, just below your belly button, okay? This is right around your belly button, I guess, because you have your root chakra, your sacral chakra, and then your solar plexus, which is around your belly, where you have your gut reaction, just under the heart chakra, which the green or the pink one can be for the heart chakra. Your solar plexus chakra is where your confidence, your self-esteem, and your security are. It's where you feel good financially, where you feel safe, where you feel confident and have a high self-esteem in what you are doing. So this is a very good one for Leo, because remember, Leo is very confident. Leo is very strong and willing and determined, but also can be hurt very easily if they don't get the admiration that they crave. This pyramid here is perfect for the root chakra. This is the one right at the base of your spine. This is where your Kundalini energy is grounded at, and it's very important to spend time with deep breathing and moving the Kundalini energy up from your root chakra, up through all the chakras, through your spine, into your brain, okay? This stone is for grounding, okay? So is the salt and many of the stones, because they come from the earth. We want to be grounded. When we're feeling anxious and we're just jumping all over the place and we don't know how to really focus, that's because you're not properly grounded, okay? Now then we have turquoise right here, which is for your for your throat chakra. Your throat chakra is for speaking your truth. Sound familiar? Yes, we have lots of alignments in this, lots of resonation. Okay, so it's important to speak your truth in a healthy way. Not speaking it is not healthy. You fester inside, you resent the people because you haven't been able to speak. Sometimes you even resent yourself. Or we overspeak our truth and we're not allowing ourselves to listen to what the other party is saying. So there has to be a balance there, okay? All right, so that wraps it up for the full moon reading. Okay, so I want to remind you guys that I have the package with this rune reading for the full moon as well as the full moon in Leo. You can go to my page or my group on Facebook to see those. If you aren't on my Instagram page, please find that. They're all Kanaz readings by Crystal, just like the name of this channel. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, it would be quite the honor for you to do so. I am still kind of getting my footing in YouTube. I've just been more of a Facebook person for decades, and I'm trying to branch out to do that. You may even see me show up on TikTok. So enjoy this full moon. Start basking in it now. Start using the energy, and let me know either in a private message or on one of my other social media platforms if you would like to schedule a reading. I do get very full during the week of full moons and new moons, and I would love to hear from you. All right, check out my group on Facebook to see specials and discounts for new clients. Okay, have a great time today to do something special for yourself.